Hey guys, so I am back on. They did maintenance for a long time today, so yeah, yesterday I leveled from 1 to 8 and I thought I was recording this instance, but what happened is I had two instances of WoW running and OBS was recording the one that wasn't actually running the game. So you know how sometimes you can have World of Warcraft open like in two separate instances, not playing, but like yeah. So that happened. But that's okay because those levels are kind of boring anyway. So yeah, so I'm at level 8 and this time around I decided to do alchemy and herbalism. I decided to do that because the engineering and the mining just kind of seemed a little bit complicated for me. And I don't know. I've really wanted to try the herbalism and alchemy, so this gives me a chance to do that. And I did um I did wait for a while to see if any of my guild members would invite me back, but they didn't. So I I got a message from a kind of like a tiny guild and thought I would give it a try. But when I say it's tiny, it's really small. So I don't know. I think I can invite people to it. I might need to do some recruiting. But yeah, they didn't even notice me gone in the other guild. Um, they didn't even notice me gone. So
Need to get
that's
closer.
that's that. Uh, let's see. Hang on. Okay. Just trying to think. Oh, we need to get, we need to do the Murlocs. Yeah, let's do the Murlocs first. Uh, Get the crystal kelp. Gotta turn that down on my end because it's kind of loud. Oh yeah, so again, thought I was recording yesterday when it was really just recording the opening screen where you log in, the second open instance. And I was telling you about my friend who got an American white tree frog. And it's kind of cool because so he got a terrarium set up and this American white tree frog, I didn't know this, but they can actually change color. They camouflage. Um, Probably something everyone else knows, but I didn't. And yeah, so he was putting in some substrate and sending pictures and like showing me like what all was happening with that. And it was really cool because the frog initially was really bright green, and then when the frog was on the substrate, it turned brown. And I was like, "Where's the frog?" I couldn't find the frog. He's like, "Oh, it camouflages." Like, what? That's
That's still
crazy.
recharging.
It was very cool though. Um, yeah, so that was kind of funny. Had to get up and over. I mean, they technically like took it, but I think they were trying to help, so um, that was kind of cool that they were in bear form. I love that. Uh, yeah, so this white tree frog, really cute. Um, can't tell whether it's a boy or a girl yet, just because it's really young. They have a relatively long lifespan. It really kind of varies, obviously, um, but it could be upwards of 20 years, depending, potentially. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like frogs. I'm a fan of frogs. I just think they're really cool. I've always been a fan. All right, let's see. I just like the creatures. You guys know I like the creatures. Oh, that guy put some buffs on me too, which is great. Yeah, so I made some videos today because while I was updating, I did my work in the morning, got all that done, and then did some videos on add-ons and some other things just to kind of throw some stuff out there for fun.
What can I help you with? Go with honor, friend.
Yeah, okay. Now we can do the Murlocs. We're pretty much there. Um, so yesterday when I joined this guild, even though it was small, there was someone on here who hooked me up with my first wand, so that was very helpful. I did not get the black bag drop. Someone gave me that bag, which I don't count as like bad luck if they give it to you. Haha. I feel like that's like a workaround of the bad luck, but we'll see, won't we? Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I did have the red bag drop at some point, and that's about it. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I just checked OBS and it is recording the right one, so that's good. Yeah, sometimes you think you're making a recording and you're not, and that's happened to me a couple of times now. Or you're making a recording, but not necessarily of what you think you're recording. But on the lower levels, it's like, I mean, come on. You guys have seen the introductory thing so many times. It's not it's not new. There's it's very little excitement there. Um, I was talking to the members of the guild about their pets and things like that, so that was kind of cool.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
These are the two gossip queens.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. I can't loot that.
Ooh, I got kelp off of that. Sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. That's pretty cool. Okay. I can hear my cat and dog playing. They're so funny. All right, these two always like hang out really close together, but there's a period where they kind of
That
separate,
spell isn't
so
ready yet. That's still recharging.
I take them apart. I get them when they're not right next to each other. So I don't necessarily have to fight them at the same time. A little bit easier there. Yeah, everybody's doing. May not get a response at all, but sometimes you do. Meh. Yeah, I hear that. I understand. Not dead yet. Yep. Feeling very updated. Yeah. I mean, well, I guess relatable. I don't know if I spelled that right, but it's relatable. Definitely had those days.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still
Sometimes
recharging.
for no reason at all. It just is what it is. Just feeling that, just you sit with the feelings that you have, whatever they may be. I have to imagine that, like, by the time people get a mount on this, it's probably that has to feel like not even gonna try to get that. That has to feel like such a luxury because it's level 40, so by the time you get it, I think it's level 40. By the time you get it, you've been walking around for so long that's like that would just feel like you're in fast forward, basically. The only way I could describe it.
I can't pass that yet.
Yes, it
That's
is.
still
That's
HC.
classic. That is the classic way. True that. That's the experience we all signed up for. And we knew. We knew what we were getting ourselves into. I don't, I can't say like I really miss flying. I got used to walking. I mean, yeah, sometimes it's like it's a lot to walk around, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I should have planned that better, like getting things done, and I could have maybe stopped here or there along the way instead of going here, there, and then the long way around. But other than that, I don't really have like a lot of times where I'm like sad that I can't fly or that I really miss all that. Some of the walks are long, but you know, you kind of get into a mode where you're used to it. And so I think for a lot of people, maybe not everybody, but for a lot of people, they probably don't notice it as much anymore. Like, yeah, you're like, oh, I hope I get there, or I hope I get there soon, but it's just not,
I can't pass
you
that
just
yet.
accept it. You adapt to it. I guess that's the way, that's what I'm trying to say. You adapt to it. You adapt to this slower paced life.
That spell isn't ready yet.
The vibe on hardcore today is a little bit weird. It's a little off. A little like, can't explain it. Probably because of the update and people just getting back on and
I can't pass that yet.
all of that. No, I use add-ons. I can't say I don't use add-ons. I would, listen, if I didn't have Questy, I just, can you, oh my God. I wouldn't be able to find anything. That'd be a disaster. It'd be like putting someone out in the middle of the world without a map and just being like, "Hey, find Utah," and you're in Japan. It's like, "Oh, okay. I'll start walking north now, and yeah, we'll see how that goes." Oh, they're not working today? Questy's working. What? Um, Mine are. S- Huh. I I don't know why they would all show up red. That sounds like something. Oh yeah, I know where that is. Everything. Which, listen, no one wants to
Hello.
hear, have you
Have a good
restarted
one.
your
Safe
computer?
travels.
But here's the thing, sometimes it does fix things. Not every time, but sometimes. Yeah, people don't like
What
to
can I
hear
do
that.
for
Like
you?
if you're fixing,
See you later.
yeah, weirdly enough, a reboot will sometimes really do it. It's weird. Like some people don't restart their computers for ages. I'm not doing, no. Homeless guy, yeah, no. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna just like not get involved in that. PvP server 2 or just hardcore? And I said yes, which doesn't even answer the question. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't, if someone were to say like, what's wrong with you? I'd say, where should I start? Like that's how I would answer that question today. That's where I'm at today. Like no matter what, I can say that my answer's correct based on whether I was responding to the first part or the second part. The first part is not a PvP server, um, so I was obviously responding to just hardcore. I told you the vibe is off. I told you. This is freaking weird. All right. I'm a good listener, so Oh, I see something I could harvest or whatever. All right, let's see if real small guy is going to tell me what happened. I told you. I told you the vibe is weird. Like, is it a full moon? I don't know. It's a weird day today. It was a weird day at work, too. Hang on. And I say full moon because, like, nurses will tell you and doctors will tell you, like in ERs, that their days on full moons are actually, it's legit an issue. But it says 1% new moon. Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay, well, I gotta, let me handle this bear before I, uh-oh. There's lies and story changes. Okay. Okay, I'm with someone who can handle truth. Yes, it may hurt, but I can get over it. What kills me is the lies and story changes.
Hey there. Have a good one. See you later.
All right, so we're dealing with someone who's not owning their lies. How long has this relationship been going on? Yeah, I think we've all been hurt and it is very, very hard. Yeah, a relationship is supposed to be a safe place. Yeah, very true. Very true about what you said with trust. But you need trust in a relationship. It's a foundation. If you don't have that, then you really can't rely on the person. Small little lies here and there to save your feelings. Okay, but you know what I mean. Yeah, you don't see anything clearly when you're in pain. Um, it's okay to sit with those emotions and feel them. They will. Because if you do that, if you experience the emotions and you let them do their thing and kind of run their course, then that's what they do. They run their course and they're gone, and then you can move on with your life and heal and get better and reflect and all of that good stuff. So, as long as you're not trying to like stuff it down, hide it, pretend that you don't care, um, all of those things, those defense mechanisms that some people have, as long as you face those things, you do have to sometimes sit with hard emotions, really hard ones. And it's not easy. It's really not. It's really not. But it can be done. It can be done. Poor guy. I feel for this person. I mean, who has not been there, right? Like, I'm sure anyone who hasn't been there that's been in a relationship or two or three. I mean, to some extent,
That's still recharging.
had their trust broken. Whether it doesn't even have to always be a romantic relationship, it can be a friendship, it could be a familial relationship. Family members can stab you in the back too. Trust, when people break trust, it's really, really hurtful and it's very hard to get past. We have to own our mistakes. Yeah, that's a lot. And no, you're not to blame. That's not that's not how those situations work. The other person, everyone in a situation, and I'm one of those people that doesn't really think that like scenarios people are ever really fully to blame. Like everyone kind of has their role and their parts. So you kind of have to look back and take ownership. And often if I do that, even if I'm mostly right, there's definitely things I could have done better or could have handled better. And if I reflect on that, I might be prepared to do it in the future. I've got a lot of things I've got to improve on. You know, I I can get emotional and keyed up, but it's we're all kind of learning and trying, and I think maybe it's the self-awareness of just knowing, okay, I have those flaws. I'm working on them. That's part of a big, big part of the battle, I think. Because if I was in denial of them, I wouldn't be working on them and there would be no improvement. It would just forever stay like that. I hope this guy's going to be okay. I think he will. It's hard. It's so hard. This is not an easy life. I don't mean World of Warcraft. I mean like regular life is not easy. This is not an easy life and we're all just really trying to get by and get through it. And every single day we have these decisions that we can make. We can be mean, we can be cruel, we can be kind, we can be helpful, we can be empathetic. We choose these things. You're allowed to choose whatever you want. But I can tell you what you'll feel better about, and that is being kind, doing nice things, being empathetic.
Good
You
day
don't
to
have
you.
to let people walk on you. You don't. That's something you do have to learn though. You have to make sure that you kind of protect yourself. But
See you around.
yeah, it's not an easy world out there. We all have a little bit of power to make it just a little bit better place. And it isn't about what's going on or politics or anything like that. I don't talk about those things. I'm only talking about just how we treat each other. That's it. That's that's what it's about. Regardless of what we think or believe and all of that, we still have common ground and we can still be kind to each other. We've got to be. We need to be. We need that right now. We've needed that in a lot, over many of the past years. These have not been easy times. And I don't mean right now. I mean, like, it hasn't been easy times 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. Increasingly difficult. So, yeah, let's just do what we can when we can. Wait, should I go get gold tooth? I guess I should, because I am closer to that. Yeah, more rocks. Not looking to do Hogger yet, but when I do, either I'm gonna be over leveled. Well, yeah, I mean I could try doing soloing a little bit over leveled. I talked to someone in the comments about that. Either that or group up. Yep, it's okay. It's okay not to feel great. Let's go get Gold Tooth. You can definitely kill Gold Tooth. He's not that difficult. He's just kind of hanging in the back. Oh. Oh, there it is. That person might have been coming for that. Oh, oh no. That's okay. They come up, they respawn really quickly, so hmm. We're getting further and further away. Actually, let's sell.
You need something?
No, I still don't want to do that because I have my enchanted
See you
bracers.
later.
One strength, I mean, but then again, all right, let's just see. Let's just see. Let's just see how it goes. Whoa. Whoa. Um, there we go. Mm. Hardcore. I love hardcore. Okay, am I still the only person in my guild on? No, there's a couple people. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Um, don't think today is a good day to like recruit for the guild because it just feels like a strange day. It just feels strange. I don't know. I don't know if it's just on my end or like if it's like one of those days where oh,
That spell isn't
I
ready
don't know
yet.
why I did it that way. Kept dying before 19 or before 20 on
I
Warlock.
can't loot that.
I love Warlock, but it just kept hitting that brick wall. Which is not to say like if I yeah, Red Ridge is a little bit
That's
tough.
still recharging.
I really probably should have been more leveled to go to Red Ridge, but my first inclination was to go to Wetlands. Um, oh,
That spell isn't ready yet.
but yeah, so it's one of those things. Alright, so gotta wait for. Oh, I thought that guy was dead for like a second. I thought he was like laying there for a second. I'm like, oh no. Felt bad. But then he stood up and I'm like, oh. I remember like when I died at 19 and I realized the guy I was with that I was questing with died and it said resurrectable and it just wasn't like fully it wasn't fully computing
I can't cast
in
that
my
yet.
head. I
That's
just could
still
not
recharging. That spell isn't
I,
ready yet.
I just
I can't cast that yet.
couldn't wrap my head around the fact that he was dead and we were like in serious, serious trouble until it was too late. Those seconds, like those nanoseconds matter. Yes. Do you want a group for it? Yeah, makes sense to do. Otherwise, we'll have to wait in line. But this way,
That's still recharging.
Um, yeah, kind of. Yeah, yeah, pretty much, pretty much. Yeah, I think so.
That spell isn't ready yet.
I don't know if it's exactly the same as instances,
I
but
can't
it's
cast that yet.
I don't know because I
That
can't see the
spell isn't
code,
ready
so
yet.
I don't know, but it's really the same idea. So if it's not, it's very similar. Yes. Or
I can't cast that yet.
yeah, so trying to kind of explain layering here. I think I don't think I got to 19 on my first. I can't remember what I got to. It was I can't remember. I would have to look, but I don't recall. I do think it was lower than 19 though. Like 17 maybe? I don't know. I would have, I mean, it's on video. I've got it on the tapes, so I could go back and look. Not right this second, but yeah.
That's still recharging.
All right, so let's go turn in that because we're really close to 9, which is kind of cool. Yes, yes, it's party leader. Exactly.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet.
Come on.
That's still recharging.
The bear is a pain in the butt. Like a whole thing. I know. It's like sitting there and thinking, okay, what if the multiverse was real? It's not it's not really like that. It's not the same concept, but it's complex. Like it could get complex to some degree.
Hello.
The multiverse is
Safe
a
travels.
little bit of a different, like there's like string theory and like all that.
See
I'm
you
not gonna
around.
nerd out on you guys, but like not to that degree. I'm not gonna nerd all over you. But yeah.
What can I do for you?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't
See you around.
know when they started that.
How are you?
That's that's a great question. I don't know if it's new.
Have a good one.
That's a great question. I just okay, I gotta close that. I'm not really good at multitasking, so I gotta kind of like clean that up because otherwise I might accidentally ignore somebody and not intentionally do it. I never put people like I know people using the ignore function and all that. I've never used it. I've never done it. I don't typically ignore people on purpose. I suppose if I had like a real problem with somebody, then I wouldn't be responding to them in the chat, but you know what I mean. If I had like a real issue. Oh, about the layers? Yeah, maybe. Maybe it wasn't a known thing. I don't know. I don't know if it was a secret or not. I mean, so many things are, and we don't see the code. We can't really see all the code to my knowledge. Yeah, I don't know. It's fascinating though. Those kinds of things are interesting to me. Programming things are interesting to me. Either way. Okay, so we have reached level 9. We'll see if we can train. I know we've got a couple of quests up there. I should probably log off for just a few, let my doggies out and do some other things, and then maybe hop on a little later. Dot. That period was a mistype? Was it though? Was it? Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. Don't know.
Need help? Be careful.
No worries. I totally don't think you're in the Illuminati now. I don't. That's a bad joke, like a really bad, stupid joke, obviously. Um, Illuminati.
Greetings.
I should know if he's in the Illuminati. I'm in the Illuminati. I'm kidding. I'm not in the Illuminati. I'm not. All right. So we don't have anything to train,
Safe travels.
but we are level 9. Okay. So yeah, I am gonna log out for just a few, get some stuff done, and then I can hop back in. And yeah,
Looking for something specific?
can do some more stuffies. All right. I will talk to you guys
Safe
soon.
travels.